what you're given, that's how we live it. Don't be mad at the system, it's simply how we've existed. I hear a lot of people talking like they politicians and choose to be.
Well, hello, glorious people. As you can see, I just thought I would check in with you, let you know what I was doing, but as you can see, I'm way up north. And the adventures continue. I would have filmed coming up here, but I mean, basically all my driving was at night, and it was pretty nasty. Ran into some frozen rain, frozen roads coming up. But the sun has come out this glorious afternoon, and it's a beautiful day. You know, to be in the neighborhood. What neighborhood we're in was I had to take a load up there to Lamar's, Iowa. And basically I run Texas, you know, but sometimes they might ask me to do a favor for them, and this was one of those times. You know. And actually pretty good round trip, because I'm actually getting a total of 4 loads coming up and going back to Texas. So, and 4 pretty good paying loads too. So, this thing, as usual, still not cooperating. The road is kind of rough, the road I'm on, so that kind of makes it difficult to keep that phone in place. As you can see by the pavement. Man, are they taking advice from Oklahoma, or what are they doing here with these roads? Yeah, we had to take a load up there to Lamar's, Iowa, north of Sioux City, and we got that delivered this morning, but I had to finish my 10. And now we're going to go to, now we're back in Nebraska. Just crossed over the Missouri. And we're headed back to Schuyler, Nebraska. And we're going to pick up a load there, take it to Missouri, short hop. Then pick up another one in Missouri, take it to Dallas, pick up another one in Dallas, and take it to Midland or Odessa. I'm not sure which one of the two. So one of those West Texas towns down there. And then by that time it'll be time for Thanksgiving, time to go home. So I should have Thursday, Friday, I should have off till Monday. I'm probably going to total about 4 days off. I really don't think they're going to have any loads going out during Thanksgiving weekend. But yeah, make us a good buddy, and into the far north. This road right here, I'm taking the back way back into Schuyler from Iowa, from Sioux City. A lot of you guys probably know it. And the only question is how to get over there to Missouri from Schuyler. And from Missouri to Dallas. I may just go straight down the Ozarks to I-40, because I of money on repairs here lately, and I need to save as much money as I can. That's the way it is with trucking. Save, 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 you know. And you gotta pay for repairs. Hopefully you'll have the money to do that. I wish that I may if the sun's not down yet, I may turn back on the camera and let you see, because this drive through Nebraska here is pretty neat, because you get into these rolling little mountainous hills in the mid upper part of Nebraska. It's pretty cool. They have houses, old houses along the highway, craftsman type houses. Really neat. I'm not into it yet. Got to get into some sort of civilization. There goes another I want to go faster than you pickup. I hate to tell him this, but he's smoking pretty bad. He'll eventually find that out. I had one of those last night going up to Sioux City. This guy was going 60, the speed limit was 70. This guy was going 65. This is off of 29. So I go to pass him. Well, he didn't want me to pass him, so he sped up. So I sped up. Well, I finally got around him. And I had to slow down a little bit. So I was doing a little bit over the speed limit to pass him. So I slowed down to the speed limit. And remember, he was doing 65, sometimes 63. I could tell he was doing that because I was doing straight on 70 before I tried to pass him. And he stays right on my ass for 30 miles. Doing 70 miles an hour. That guy has got to be the most ignorant. Or he's the type that is the most ignorant. You know what I mean? I mean, to get mad at a truck because they're passing you when you're doing below the speed limit, and then get right on his ass. And I gotta tell you, if a deer would have run out in front of me, that guy would have been underneath my trailer. That's how close he was. So, I wouldn't be surprised if I got a call, but I mean, that's happened before, and because all they do is just look at your e-log and see if you're doing near the speed limit, and there's nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. They really don't care anyway, because, you know, it's my truck, so it's not a company truck. As long as my record, you know, stays intact pretty much, then you know, the company I'm leased onto is going to believe me. If you're a company driver, it may be another story. At least with owner operators, you know, your record is part of your word, and your time you put in is part of your word. And we're doing good so far, so. Coming up north, you know, in the high plains, and we're on the edge of the mountains here, but this is basically still farm country. A lot coming up here, even all the way up into Minnesota, because they have some really freaking nice trucks. Really nice 379 Peterbilts, 359, 389 Peterbilts. There's a lot of the big trucks up here. You know, seems to be a lot more of them up here than there is. Yeah, there's a lot down south too, but just see them out on the road more up here. Maybe it's because Texas is so big. There's so many roads on Texas. It seems like nowadays you see more Volvos than you do Peterbilts. But you can kind of get a feel for the country now. See these rolling hills and old houses on the side. I'll try to film a little bit more. couldn't pass up this load. I'm getting 4 loads, in one round, and all of them pay pretty good. All of them pay real good. And I guess the truck had broken down, or somebody wasn't able to do this load for some reason, because this is usually a long haul load, and I guess I didn't have anybody to do it. But I've been up here before. I used to do long haul for this company, so I've basically been everywhere. But it's not like I haven't been up here before, because I have. I don't think I filmed it the last times I was up here. I've been up here quite a few times. I used to run that triangle, Minnesota, Chicago, from Texas up to there, and then North Carolina, South Carolina, back to Texas. Sometimes I would go to up here to Nebraska, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois. I'd come up in this region. Sometimes I would come up here first with a load and get a load to North Carolina. Other times I would just go straight from Texas to North or South Carolina, Tennessee or Georgia, and then get a load up here, and then go back down to Texas. It would go either way, but I mean, most of the time I would always come through this area, but most of the time I would go up into Chicago and Wisconsin, Chicago, Illinois, Wisconsin, and Minnesota, that area. Sometimes I would take a load down here and get another load down here, like I'm doing this time. Yep, the road's a little bit rough, but they're maintaining it okay, it seems, and it appears so far anyway. You get a sense of this old Nebraskan type of heritage. The cornfields, the rolling hills. Some of them are wooded. I would say most of them are wooded, unless they've cut a farm onto them. It's really nice country, really nice. And the people here, I've never had a problem with a Nebraskan person. They're nice people, really nice people. Well, here we are in Winnebago, Nebraska. Those of you may recognize the name. We just went by the house school. And that must be an Indian name, I think. You guys let me know if I'm wrong. But this is actually a city. I mean, this is kind of rare to see in the Nebraskan countryside. I mean, you see the houses to the left, they're on top of that hill right there. And that hill goes up quite a ways, they're kind of like draws. They sit on top of these hills at different levels, and it's pretty cool, I like it a lot. Oh no, not another cul-de-sac. I mean, if you ever come up here north into this area, there are a lot of not cul-de-sacs, but roundabout roundabouts like this one right here, and they're not big either. You know, sometimes in Texas you'll run into a roundabout every once in a while in Texas, but these ones up north, they're small. You can't even barely fit a truck around them. I mean, you really can't actually fit a truck around them. You just have to. I mean, you just need to fit it as best you can if you need to go another way. Usually the curbs on those roundabouts, you know, they're not actual curbs, or just kind of that way, you know, if you need to. I mean, that's not actually what it's for, but I think they do that for the purpose of any trucks that need to go around the circle. They can just easily, because your trailer tire is going to go along that little curve, but it's not actually a curve. It's just like a slanted rise. Makes it a little easier. You know, if you do have to go around roundabout, that's what you're going to have to do. There's a lot of them up in Wisconsin, Illinois, Minnesota, probably, yeah. I've been through a lot of them in Wisconsin, though. In Illinois. See how these hills go up, and these roads cut into the hills. It's pretty cool. It's kind of like being in the hill country in Austin, you know. That's what it's like. There's so many hills like this. But in this area, you can actually see the houses. You know, it's not as woodsy as the Austin area. You know, the Hill Valley. See, there's another cornfield to the right. I don't know if you can see that. There's a hayfield to the left. And all these hills. I don't know if you can pick that up on the phone. Yeah. I mean, it is pretty rare to have a city in the heart of the country in Nebraska. I mean, you'll run through, because you know Nebraska's not that big. I mean, it's pretty big if you're going east to west, but not north to south. I mean, it doesn't take that long to tread it. Because I'm coming from north of Sioux City, Iowa, down to the southern Nebraska, close to the border, and it's only going to take me 2 hours. Actually 2.5, to be honest. You know, somewhere around 2 to 2.5 hours. And I'm not really running fast, you know. I mean, I think it's only 65 on this road. So. Cornfields here in Nebraska. I mean, if you want to, this is the entering the Omaha Indian Reservation. So we know that Omaha is actually an Indian tribe. And you can look that up. You can also Google. You can also Google. You know, see why they call them the Cornhuskers. Nebraska Cornhuskers. I mean, we know why they call them the Cornhuskers, obviously. They have a lot of cornfields. But the history of the supplanting indoctrination of the name, the history is always nice to read, you know? Try to get this load, climbing another hill, and yeah, it's beautiful here, you know. I mean, you'll be driving and there'll be a house right off the side of the highway, just up top of this big hill. Bunch of times like that one right there on the left. We're passing old farmhouse. That guy, there's like 3 or 4 houses guy may have his, a couple of them look abandoned. He may used to have his family live there with him. There's some wild dogs on the road. You know, just let them run. Let them run free in the country. Let them run free. Shouldn't do that in the city, though. You know. I would kind of watch it in the country too. I mean, these coyotes or coyotes could be a problem with your little puppy, especially if you get a pack of the coyotes together. They can attack a bigger dog. Possibly not kill the bigger dog. If the bigger dog is pretty tough, then they probably won't, you know, kill him, but they could hurt him pretty good. I think the bigger dog would actually win that back, because I used to have a bigger dog, I know. And I know the fights that he's been into with these coyotes when I was a kid. He would come back. This is when we lived in the country. He'd come back, you know, with his face kind of swollen up, getting into fights. And that's actually how he died. He got into I think he got into a fight and got rabies. One of those fatal days. Either that or he ate a rabid skunk or something. Rabbit. And he caught the rabies. Passed away on us. He was a good dog. Had him for a long time when I was a kid. I think it was Tico. Not in a hurry to get down there because my load might be ready, but the load isn't due till tomorrow night. So I know I'll be there today. I can go ahead and get another 10 and leave in the morning sometime, you know. I will give myself about 6 hours for the load. I should give myself a little bit more, about 8 hours. Because it's probably a 6-hour drive in. Some people planted a bunch of hay. You know, they did have some flood problems up here, closer to the rivers. But that was my next point. I should give myself about 8 hours because I heard there was some flooding by the rivers at some points, and I do need to get through there to go to where I'm going. I need to go down by the rivers like the Missouri, and I don't want to be held up by, you know, travel 150 to 100 miles and have to turn around. But hopefully they'll help markers up. I'm gonna have to take, I think, the back way over there to Missouri, and then just cut through the Ozarks and there to I-40 until I get into Oklahoma City, and then just shoot straight south from there on 35 to Dallas. I don't want to pay that. I don't want to pay those tolls going down to 44, man. That's expensive, especially if you come in from the other side of Joplin. You know, you got to pay it twice. It's ridiculous. So we're going to do some backwoods running all the way from Iowa, Nebraska, Missouri, down to Texas. Ought to be fun. Of course, I had to do this stuff in Texas too. due to avoid tolls and any flooded areas that are marked on Google Maps and this trucking GPS that I have. And it shows me some of the areas that are flooded by the highways. You just click on it and it'll tell you if the road's closed or not. I'd have to research that really well, but I think most of the ways just avoiding those areas would be the best thing to do, you know. Just take the FF road. Take the FF road like I am now. I think this is a US road though. But it is still farm to market. What they say in Texas. What they say in Texas. Sorry about the movement, a little rough, a little bumpy. Yeah, there's a bunch of them that is planting hay this year. See a lot of hay rolls, you know, harvested hay. Hey. These draws are just awesome in this part of the country, this part of the state. I love it. Parts of the Ozarks would look like if, you know, they didn't have so many trees where you could actually see the draws. Anyways, I'll cut it right here, and if there's anything that looks cool, I'll try to record another segment, put it in the same video.